What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Redcat Live. It's the first episode of the year, and of course, in all fashion, we're excited for what this year is going to bring. Lots of things happening in the background, lots of things brewing, and I'm excited because in full Redcat fashion, although we had an amazing, stellar, fun year in 2024, we look forward to another great year in 2025. Is it going to be as good as 2024 with the amount of products that we dropped? I don't know. You're just going to have to wait and see. Is it going to be more lowriders? Or is it going to be more bashers? Is it going to be more crawlers? Are we going to finally drop the nitro-powered submarine or the nitro-powered bird feeder? Just saying. Maybe like an 18 scale nitro bird feeder, right, Cody? Yep. Cody agrees. He says it's got to be a thing. So let's see what's up to some of the guys and ladies that might be already in the chat. Let's see how everyone's doing. Let's see here. We got Shay Kick. What's going on, Shay Kick? We got Carlos RC guy. What's going on? We got David M. always hanging out with us, representing Temple, Texas. Thank you so much for hanging out. We greatly appreciate you. We got Wiley. Wiley, what's going on with you, man? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Mr. Danny RC Mike, what's going on, my brother? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're having a good new year. We got Enlightened RC out here out of Georgia, representing, holding it down. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us as always. And of course, Chris, don't make me cry again, Chris, please. Come on, bro. Like my eyes are all swollen, bro. Like it's already a bad, it's been a bad couple seasons. Don't kick me while I'm down. But I appreciate you, Chris, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this one as well, man. We appreciate you as always, bro. Let's see. Shay Kick, he says he's hoping for some more lowriders. Okay. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Was it Jimmy Chevy box cruise? No, bird feeder, not bird Frederick, bird feeder. You know, like you feed birds with, but it's going to be nitro powered. So it's going to come with a little bit of pop. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a seed. You get a seed. Yo, pigeon, you get a seed. Canary, you get a seed. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of a vibe. Oh, man. Cade Drenick, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate the kind words. We're happy you're enjoying your RDS. That's what's up, man. We appreciate that. LaMarcus Bacon, what's going on, man? Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you as well. Always appreciated. Jimmy, man, thank you so much from San Diego. Thank you for hanging out as well. We got Skunks Customs, of course, representing, holding it strong, man. Appreciate you as always. Thank you. We got Mr. Sema build off himself. Seth Carranza's in the house. What's going on, Seth? Appreciate you as always. Hopefully you're doing well. We got El Clandestino. ¿Qué onda, carnal? How you doing, bro? We got Mr. RC Patina guy, Eric. What's going on, good sir? Hopefully everyone's doing well out there. Jimmy's like, it was an autocorrect. Okay. I was about to say, no. Did I say it wrong? Like, did I say Frederick on accident? Like, that'd be a really weird thing. Like, it's a Frederick feeder. Anyone whose name's Frederick, you get fed with a nitro-powered burger tosser or taco slinger, right? Like, I might be onto something. Auto aim bird feeder. Exactly. Mitch Miller, man, he says he wants a 54 Merc sled. I agree with you, man. That would be an amazing addition. So thank you so much for that. Always good. J27, appreciate you, man. How you doing, man? Hopefully the new year's treating you well. We got Waymo Fly. What's going on with you, man? From the UK, man, from right over the pond. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. DNA Records, what's new this year, man? We're going to be dropping, and then there's going to be that really, and don't forget about this. Should be a cool year, I think, at the end of the day. But, man, it's all good. 702 Vegas Steve says, I went through that weight loss journey that you're going through. It's an awesome outcome. You look great. Hey, thank you, bro. And congratulations to you as well, bro. The hardest decision is just deciding to do something for yourself. And it really, I feel great. You know, gained a little bit of weight during the holiday season, not a lot, but I definitely stopped the loss of weight during the holiday season because, you know, tamales, pozole, buñuelos. You know what I'm saying? Like you're indulging. So I mean, like, it's okay. But I'm back on track, back with it, man. And I'm proud of you, man. So congratulations. Let's Let's see here. Ronnie Houston, nothing that has been brought up to my attention when it comes to upgrades for the Valkyrie at this time. But as always, keep asking, keep making these comments, because powers that be are always watching. If they're not already working on something, maybe it could spark the idea to say, hey, you know what, let's do something. So thank you so much for your comment, Ronnie. Appreciate you. Chris, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for hanging out with us, bro. Crow Below Customs, man. It's been a while, bro. Where you been, man? Why you don't want to hang out with me no more, bro? Come on, bro. Hang out with me, man. Got a seat for you right here. Come on. But I appreciate you, Crow Below. Thank you for hanging out with us, bro. My leader custom search tables, man. What's up with you, bro? Out of 831, representing hardcore. Appreciate you so much. Clandestino, he's voting for a 48 Fleetline or a 50 Chevy Bomb. I agree, 100%. I would love even a pickup truck, like a 53 step side would be like that would be my like, oh, moment. I would love it, 100%. Kevin Klein says, hey, you know what? I haven't heard anything yet, but I ask for them all the time. So I know it'd be a great addition to the line of things that we offer. So I appreciate the question, though. Really do. Really do. Chris Stanley, no update that I've been given on the 62 bodies at this time. I don't believe the 62 bodies are going to be coming back into the realm when it comes to the one-piece bodies that we did. With that said, obviously, you guys now kind of have an understanding, I hope anyways. If you don't, I'm more than happy to explain it. But to make a body as detailed as like our 63 or 64 or 65 or 59, it usually takes us anywhere from about 16 months to 24 months to produce or to fine tune and have ready. I know that there's a pipeline dream and plan to potentially bring the 62 back in that kind of a detail format, but I don't think it's going to be something we're going to see in the nearest future. But I know it's something that we do want to work on again in the future. So thank you so much for that. Gino, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Tortillas with butter. I see you, bro. I'm going to skip ahead just a quick second here, guys. I don't want to miss you guys out. Do I know when the new shipment of Danchies will be sent out? When the shipment of Danchies will be sent out. If we are out of stock, I would venture to say as soon as they arrive, but I'm going to make myself a note so I can get some answers on those. So I can have some information for you guys on the next one. So I do appreciate, thank you so much for the question. So guys, you know, there's a lot of stuff in the works right now that we have going on. First and foremost, I want to wish every single one of you guys an amazing and happy, prosperous 2025 and Happy New Year. We ended up last year with quite a bit of products, even more products than we anticipated dropping. And of course, going into 2025, it shouldn't be any different. As you guys know, we've been really kind of hammering away at trying to produce more products as a whole, and we've been kind of allowing things to kind of fade away with the old as we've been reinventing ourselves over the last couple of years. What that means for you as a consumer is that you guys have seen a lot of new products that have been all designed here in-house, no longer the days of the past. And with that means that we've been able to grow and expand our lineup completely. And it's been an amazing journey to see a lot of you guys enjoying that hobby with us, whether it be the MT-18 or the Ascent Scout 2 that recently dropped, the Ascent 18, the Ascent Fusion, the Ascent lineup in general, right? As well as our lowriders that we've been able to drop and bringing you guys, you know, the 63 and the 65 late in the year, as well as some other editions of them earlier on in the year. There's a lot of things that are in the works, and I kind of want to give you guys a little bit of an update because there's been some folks that have been eagerly anticipating and asking when we may be getting more of the RC Lowrider cars coming in. And so I went ahead and double checked with the team and try to get a little bit of some answers for you guys to kind of be a little bit ahead of the game. And I know that at this time, the 64 and the Montes should be fully back in stock, we hope, sometime between the end of February and the beginning of March. Why such a gap is because we didn't expect that the classics and would sell as good as they have. And it's been it's a good problem to have, but unfortunately it means that now we have a little bit of a delay getting new inventory out to us. We are trying to get this shipment out out to us before the Chinese New Year begins, which, if you don't know, happens a little bit later, end of January time in China, and all the factories end up closing, and all of those workers end up going home to their villages thereof, where they spend some time with family. Sometimes a lot of those workers don't come back. Sometimes they leave the company or factory that they're working with and work for a different factory, which usually means there's a slow ramp up time after they get back on getting everyone back up to date and trained so that they can be ready to rock and roll, so to speak. So we really hope that we can get this next shipment out before that Chinese New Year so that they can be on the water and out to us, so that we can have you guys supplied with some of your favorite vehicles that we offer at this time. With that said, the LRH 285 show kit chrome, which is also out of stock, we hope to also see it right around that same time as well. But yeah, so just so you guys know, we do actually have, just so you know, a very small batch of purple Monte Carlos that arrived, that we have on our website right now. If you guys want a Monte or have been eagerly anticipating one and get your hands on one, we do have a very small number that came in today, that were kind of like a filler on another container ship that we had that just arrived this afternoon. So if you want some, definitely head up to the website, redcatracing.com, so you guys can get one while we have that supply going. But if you are waiting eagerly for more of the 64s, be it the two-tone creamsicle, orange and white, two-tone white blue with the white top, or the classic metallic blue, we should see those things arriving here on our website, or in our warehouse, and available to you guys hopefully sometime before the end of February, if not the beginning of March. There are a couple of things that we are working on moving into the new year that I want to let you guys know about, right? There's kind of like the inside track, so to speak. There's been quite a bit of influx and phone calls we've been getting for a lot of folks that accidentally reset their endpoints when it comes to the LRH 285 chassis or the lowrider scene in general. And unfortunately, that's really there's been a larger than normal influx of phone calls coming into our support team to explain to you how to reset endpoints and whatnot. So we figure we're going to be proactively working on a couple of things this next couple of weeks, filming a series of videos so that we can start releasing them out to you guys to help you guys kind of get the most out of your LRH 285 hopper chassis from a stock standpoint. A lot of these things will help you at least get the ground work to set your endpoints, to properly set the right height and so on. And as well as we're going to expand on maybe a series of videos that's going to help us kind of explain to you how the hopping mechanism works, especially when it pertains to the V2 LRH 285 chassis with the adjustable bell crank and so on. What this means is that it's going to allow you to get the hopefully the best options when it comes, or best setups when it comes to what we offer from a stock standpoint. But don't forget, there's a lot of great guys out there that are offering amazing products. They're upgrading that LRH 285 chassis, be it if you're like the RC Hop Shop type of guy that has Bradley Willis that offers those huge extended, radical hopper style, kits that allow you to do some more radical hopping and so on. Obviously, some of those adjustments are going to vary. So just know that a lot of the stuff that we're going to offer when it comes to video content in the next coming months, as well as the products that we're working on, are going to pertain to kind of helping you set those endpoints up properly to get you back to ground zero. What a lot of people don't understand is that when you reset a radio on an LRH 285 chassis using the LR6X radio, I believe I said that right, for the lowriders, it asks you are you sure you want to reset these settings? Don't do it. I'm telling you, it is a nightmare to do. Not a nightmare, it's a process to do, but we're going to try and create something that's going to be a little bit more robust and really expand on our RCU, or Redcat University playlist on YouTube to help you guys that are coming into the hobby that might be new, that might need some of that information as well. So keep an eye out for those. We hope to bring those out in the next month or two, and we're going to start working on those here in the next couple of weeks so we can get that up for you guys. And scroll up a little bit, guys. I do apologize. Ken Westbrook, what's going on with you, man? We got Chris Lincoln in the house as well. Let's see. Christopher, I agree with you, man. Grand National would be so sick. Just saying, saying that'd be an awesome addition. I would venture to say yes. Marshall Sanchez, what's going on with you, man? Out representing Drop Zone RC worldwide. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We got John Johnson in the house. What's going on, good sir? Appreciate you. We got Charles Dillo. What's up? Do you have the Fusion rock crawler? Yes, we do have Fusion rock crawlers on our website available. I think that's the basis of the question, but if there's more that you want answered on that, please let us know. Let's see. Lucky, what's going on with you, bro? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Copper Munoz, I agree, man, and thank you so much for making this comment. It says we need the chrome and gold trim for the 63 to be available. I agree 100%. I hope that those can come out and offered here pretty soon. I'll actually see if I can get an update for you guys for next week's episode as well. Gold trim, question mark. Oh, and your trim is already flaking off. Is it flaking off from you hitting back bumper and scraping, or is it flaking off in general? If you have any kind of issues, like always recommend, please feel free to reach out to our support team, sending them pictures and whatnot. It's a process that you can have with them, and maybe something they might be able to cover in a warranty if it's something that is flaking prematurely. So thank you for that, Copper. Appreciate the comment. Marshall Sanchez, thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. John Twitty says, any plan to redesign the 63 roof from a Bel Air to Impala? Not that I've been told. Any changes on a mold? But great question, John. Appreciate it. Let me see. Let's see. And according to Mr. Aluminum Crusher, he's in his fields right now. So let's see what his comment is, because I guess I skipped his comment. So let's see what he is. He wants some attention. Let's give him some. Aluminum Crusher, you guys do not stand by your warranty on your vehicles that is sold by online hobby stores such as Horizon Hobby, in my opinion. I don't know if it's one of our products and it was sold no matter where you bought it from. We've been really good at taking care of our customers. If you have experienced something differently, please, I always recommend you reach out to our support team. There are hours of operation. Please make sure to check it out. Go on our website, redcatracing.com, scroll all the way to the bottom to the contact us link, and it'll give you all of our contact information so you can reach out to us directly. By no means was that an intentional wanting to skip over your comment, but I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Andy Lowry, there you go, bro. Does I need a job in technical support? Really, I'm serious. I have 45 years of RC experience. Hey, you never know, man. Check them out. Send them an email. You never know. You might be one of the lucky ones, Let's see. JD's RCs, I appreciate that, man. Again, yeah, sometimes it can be situational. You just never know. But I know that for us, whether you buy it from Amazon or you buy it from a local hobby shop or whatnot, I've personally never seen anyone have issues in the past. But not to say that it has not happened. So again, I would venture to always recommend reaching out. Always want to make sure we take care of all of our customers. So I appreciate the comments, guys. Thank you. Joshua Plaka says, crawling is where it's at, man. I appreciate that. I'm a big crawler fan myself, so I love it. Mike Hutch, this has actually come up a few times. Do you guys have plans on releasing a clear body for the Valkyrie MT? Not that I'm aware of, but I'm going to make a comment or a note for myself to see if MT body, if I can get an answer for you guys for next week. So I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Jimmy, I agree with you, man. I think I think that would be the end game, right? I actually kind of jokingly said last year, I was like, I think we missed the mark. I think if we would have started at a section when we dropped these Impalas and did them like every year we drop, a new one, we could have, from 58 all the way to, into the 70s if you played it right? So that kind of would have been a cool thing to do, I think, as a whole. So I like that comment. Thank you so much for that. Kate Drenick, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm glad things have been going good for you, and hopefully that's the same realm for a lot of you guys out there that have dealt with our support team. We really try to take care of everyone, you know. Jose M, yes, we still do have 63 Impalas on our website, redcatracing.com. Check them out. They got the 65 and the 63s are still in stock. 64s, Montes, and 59s are not in stock at this time that I've seen. All right. So let's see here. Love. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad that link worked out for you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I know they still have some there available. The convertible versions, right? The La Huera, as I like to call it, kind of a really nice product to have. They were really aggressive at moving them originally. Then they kind of like didn't want to move them as quickly, or were okay with it. Then they dropped like I think a T-shirt or some kind of apparel that came with it, or not with it, came with it, but launched around the same time of it. So they've been. I know they're the only people that I know have them in stock. So I'm glad that worked out for you. RC Granny, what's going on with you, man? Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying your Ascent 18. Andy, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Also enjoying your 118 scale. International Scouts, that's always cool. I love it. We got Michelangelo Barajas representing Team Yonkers out of San Diego. Always good having you in here, man. Appreciate you so much. Kevin R says, we need a wheelie bar for the Vigilante. Let's see. Vigilante wheelie bar. Bet. I'm gonna look into that, man. I appreciate you, Kevin. Thank you so much for the comment. K Drenick says, I'd like to request more drift tires and rims. Heck, a mini stereo would be sweet in RDS. There's so many options out there for the drift scene and so many different wheels and combinations of tires that are already available out there. Some of them are intended more for P-tile, some of them more for polished concrete. A lot of different drift tracks will have their kind of in-house tire that they want to use on their surface that works really well for them. And usually they stockpile quite a bit of them. So I usually like to venture to say like, hey, wheels wise, there's a lot of options out there with a lot of variances of offsets and a lot of wheels that you can buy from, I think MST offers some and a couple of different brands offer some that where they're actually interchangeable for the offset of your liking and your wants. And like always, you can always, I run like our tires that we have, if I'm just kind of like messing around out here on pavement and whatnot, something that I don't mind destroying. But then I also have a set of tires for every track that I visit, and I only use those wheels and tires at that track because that's what they run. And as a good practice, to support the hobby shop that has this track, usually when I go and visit their track, I like to buy tires from them when I pay a fee to use it, just because you got to support that brick and mortar to keep them open, keep the doors open, and allow that money to go towards maintaining the track and the amenities that you might have at your disposal to be able to use. So I always say spend the extra bucks on the brick and mortars, help them out wherever possible. I think it's really important to keep them going, Andre Daniels, any 124 scale crawlers in the pipeline? I don't venture to say that we will get into the 124 scale specifically. I think we're going to more than likely continue on if we do any expanding and or reworking, like maybe variations of colors in the future. It would eventually be the platform that we already have out there, the 118 scale platform, because we've been kind of working on it and with it for the last year religiously. So I doubt that we would go a little smaller to the 124 scale, although I understand why you would want that. It's a very popular platform. And I think it's honestly where a lot of it began. One of the reasons why I really enjoyed, Brand X's 124 scale platform was because I was able to go out to, the hobby stores, maybe not the RC hobby stores, but hobby stores in general, or go on Amazon or anywhere that sold model cars, and I can use their bodies on it, and kind of cut them up and make them fit, and gives you a lot more options when it comes to bodies and your own mini hard body, so to speak. So I totally understand why that would be a want, but I do appreciate that. Thank you. I agree. So, you guys should make a 72 K5 Blazer and a 72 Chevy body for the COE hauler. Yeah, I think more bodies for that platform would be really cool to see. I personally like there was a box Chevy body that used that teardrop style bed, the tilt bed in the back, that was used for quite some time. I want to say sometime in the early 70s. Very popular amongst the drag racers. This is in the real one-to-one world. And that's how they would travel from one track to another. And they were square bodies in the front. Of course, with the COE, the way it is, the nose is really narrow or snub nose. So I'm sure that it may not fit completely, but I would venture to say that there's probably some things coming out, not just by us, maybe by some other individuals. I would love to see others expand on it as well. Maybe some stuff that other folks can pick up on. But I agree with you. If we can do it, I would totally love to see it from us being offered. So thank you so much for that comment. Michelangelo, man, I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad things are going good for you, man. Mike Hutch, appreciate you as well. Marshall Sanchez, one more question. When you guys coming out of the 68 Chevy Impala? I don't know if we're going to go into that realm just yet, or at all. When it comes to the lowrider scene, the on-road scene, there's a lot of bodies that we want to make, right? There's a lot of wants, and every car is iconic in its own way and its own reason, right? Just like there's a lot of folks in the chat that really love like the Ford Lincoln Town cars, Ford Mercuries, Lincoln Town cars. There's a lot of bodies and a lot of wants, and we always, when we go to shows, everyone kind of walks up to us and they're like, that car's cool, but if you had this, I'd buy it, and so like you kind of tend to hear that quite often. And you realize that although you're catering to the masses, there's always that set group of people that really want something specific. And in a perfect world, we would love to be able to make it work for everyone. And that would be ideal as always. Kenneth Welty, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad things are going well for you as well. Dalton Camp, not that I've been told, but I'm going to put a pin in that and see if I can get some questions to the guys on that. So thank you so much, Dalton. Appreciate the comment. She Kicks, it sucks that Redcat doesn't sell 64 chassis standalone. Well, I mean, we offer the LRH 285 show builders kit, and that took place of the LRH 285 kits that we were offering, the rollers that we were offering some while back. There was a time when we did offer just the rollers themselves. It would come with the chassis, pretty much everything minus the body, and that was actually by mistake. It was because we had a batch of about 2,000 units that arrived that came with defective bodies. The red, we ordered a bunch of reds, and the paint wasn't thick enough, and you can literally grab the body and put it in the sun or in the light and see right through it. So we said, well, what are we going to do with all these chassis? Do we order new bodies or do we offer them by themselves? So what we did, we started offering the chassis as rollers by themselves with remote and everything ready to rock and roll. And it actually took a painfully long amount of time to sell out of them. It took a long time for them to kind of gain momentum and popularity. The first, I want to say, year or so that we had them, they didn't sell many at all. And of course, like anything, right when we're about to run out of them, they became really popular. But we didn't order any more like that because we already were planning on bringing out the LRH 285 show builders kit in the chrome. And of course, the gold one, which we just released, I think late last year as well. But if there's any way, chance and form that any of that could happen again, Chick Kick, hopefully it'd be something that we can offer in the future. I appreciate the comment, man. Thank you so much. Kim Dwelty, I agree, man. A body for Monty would be amazing. Thank you so much. Chris Linko, what's going on with you? Yes, ASD always representing strong, man. Those colors don't bleed, man. I appreciate that. It says, I expect Redcat giving us a 1/7 scale rock crawler buggy. Yeah, there's We talked about this a few times, actually. It's come up quite a bit, not just within, engineering, but even here, there's been a want of us getting into the larger scale. And we offered that a while back, nowhere near compared to like what's out there now. And it's a big market to get into, right? Literally big in size and big because it's a bigger project. I would venture to say nothing's been shared with me of anything in the works, not even a glimmer of hope that I know of. But I mean, if it does, I think that would be badass. It'd be sick to be able to have Redcat in that market in general, right? Any kind of larger scale. Although the 1A scale didn't do very well for us, I think as a whole with the Marksman, it's an awesome, great platform, don't get me wrong, but it hasn't done exceptionally well like we've seen with the 110 scale, where there's so many 110 scale bodies and 110 scale accessories out on the market that really made that platform, because of its size, a lot more popular and sustainable compared to like, let's say a 1.8 scale or even a 1.7 scale, where you don't have a lot of other options out there like Brand X, who offers a 1.6 scale. So definitely, a lot of wants there, but I appreciate the comment, Chris. Thank you so much. Gerald, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us. DNA Records, I agree. We definitely need to offer some 20s. I would even venture to say some 22s, some dub deuces, some teens, keeping them clean though. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I agree. I would love to see a lot more in that fashion. John, we actually talked about this quite some time ago. Before we started seeing any kind of buildup on stereos, there wasn't anything, no one really doing anything. People were putting mini Bluetooth speakers that they were buying, on Amazon and, cutting up the cases and putting them in there. I had believe it or not, a prototype that I built with the help of one of our guys here. And we designed a box. In fact, I'll show you what it looked like. It was something that I was working on for quite some time. And this was, approximately about maybe 6 months after we dropped the initial 64, maybe closer to a year, I started making these. And I don't want to say I'm the first, but I want to say I was kind of one of the first people that started making these using Bluetooth amps from Amazon. We kind of like bounced around the idea if we could make something and whatnot. And then we just started seeing a huge influx of people doing such amazing, cool stuff in the groups and making their own stuff. And we're like, shoot, we should just let them do it because they're doing such a great job at it, But I think it would be cool for us to offer, something that you can cut out your trunk and just kind of do an inlay, so to speak. But this was my prototype, and it actually has a backing as well that made this an enclosure. And what I did was I made it so that I can add weight to it on the inside, so that it still had that ballast weight, even though it didn't have the plates in the back anymore. I went as far as to drop a Gens Ace Raceline battery inside of the case. I found one that fit to add more weight to the back as well. But this was the beginning stages of what I was working on, quite some time ago. Just 4 1.5-inch speakers, Bluetooth amp, and I ran it off of a 3S battery, a 450 milliamp 3S battery from Gens Ace. So this is about, I want to say almost 4 years old, three years old or so that I was working on these. And they were just a joke, and I made them for my own personal cars, and it was fun doing so. But now the stuff that these guys are making out here with their full detailed trunk setups are just mind-blowing. Something that I could honestly venture to say I can't keep up with. But yeah, this was something that was just kind of a thought in a prototype that we were looking into. So we did venture to look into this at some point, and we just realized that it just wasn't something that we can mass produce in a way that would help a lot of folks in that sense. But yeah, just let you know, yeah, it was something that we looked into at some point. All right. I love this one, man. When are we going to offer a 1-to-1 scale lowrider, bro? That's going to drop next week, right? Oh, man. It's going to come with little taco holders as well, Chris Stanley, great question. Is the next batch of 59s going to have the new electronics? I would venture to say everything that's going to be coming out new, in a new batch, if I'm not mistaken. And don't quote me on this, but I want to say anything that's going to be coming out new should be with the same basis that we've done with the LRH 285 chassis, the V2, with the new electronics, magnetic mounts. I want to say that's going to want to be the realm we want to go with anything new that's coming out of the factories. But time will tell. So I know that the 59s are the factory that makes those are the slowest company that we deal with out of all of them. It's never always easy to get products from them, and it's always kind of been, you know, our Achilles heel with that one car. And it sucks because it's a beautiful car, one of my favorite bodies that we offer to date, in my opinion. Brian, when are we going to bring the claw back? Dude, I don't know, man. I think we're going to have to like open up a distress sign up form to see how many people actually really want a claw back. MOA, motor on axle setup, you know. All right. I do got a question for you guys. It's a new year, all right? And it's 2025. When it comes to RC, I want to leave today's episode with one main question, if you guys can drop it in the comments. Starting 2025, what is your New Year's resolution? Not as a whole for yourself individually, but within the RC scene itself for yourself. Whether you're a fan of RCing, whether you're, you know, kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out, what is your personal goal that you want to accomplish within the RC world this next year? Is it to build more? Is it to hide more vehicles from your significant other? Is it to potentially maybe become and elevate your building skills? Is it maybe to go for a record of a launch longer than you've ever done before? Drop it in the comments. I'm always eager to see what exactly it is that's going to motivate you guys going this year. Let's see here. All right, Mr. Trump 2024 says, is Redcat going to make a whole rear axle kit for the COE hauler? My rear differential has broken. Ooh, ouch. Okay. Not that I know of, but I'm going to make a quick note on that. I always like to make notes because I always like to put, you know, thoughts in other people that make decisions in heads, you know. So hauler rear end kits. But thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate that. Hey, Drenny, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Glad that the sale went good for you. GR Ramon, yes, a Bombita truck would be amazing. I think a bomb in general would be awesome to see, you know? Andy Ritchie says, my buddy Jim Wolf, Jim Wolf's a good guy, man. Builds 124 scales using model. Yes, that's what I'm talking about earlier. Yeah, 100%. I love them. I love being able to use the 124 scale bodies on them. You know, really big in the micro drifting scene too that I've seen. I've seen a lot of folks use bodies for that purpose, and they just look really cool. So I can appreciate that 100%. Pierre Stern, what's going on with you, man? Thank you so much. Let's see here. I'm going to kind of skip ahead, guys. I'm not trying to skip over anyone. James, what's going on with you, man? Jason Palmer, what's up? Loving his Gen 9. Appreciate that, bro. Keep it going. George, this would be kind of a cool, interesting thing. Yeah, a 4-link kit for the front ascent, especially for those folks that like to do that. I would love to see, you know, a servo and axle setup as well for that platform. I know there's a lot of folks that like that and can benefit from that. So 100%, I think that'd be really cool. Oh gosh, it looks like I'm really behind on comments, guys. I'm so sorry. Let's see here. I want to get to this point where I start hearing some guys. Fred Williamson, he says he does a lot of one-off builds. I love it, man. I'm a building. I'll be honest with you guys. This last year, with a lot of family problems and my own health journey, I have not done a lot of building. I really want to get back into it again and start building some more stuff. I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of projects that I need to get back to in my garage as well. Let's see. Kevin Simpson, what's going on with you? Thank you for hanging out with us. James, how was it? Hemis RCs. Hello. I know a lot of people love portal axles, but it would be awesome to see a new straight axle 110 crawler or even a 118 crawler. Any plans on something like that? So, we also offer, we obviously offer the 118 scale crawlers. And I don't know if you know this or not, pertaining to the 118 scale crawler, you can actually run the axles that are on the MT, which are straight axle. Let me grab that really quick and I'll show you. The MT is our monster truck that we offered late this year. And we've seen some folks already, doing some things with these axles. And a few of us, including some of us in engineering, are putting the straight axles that you have on the MT and using them on the 118 scale platform. Obviously, without the portals, it'll lower it down a little bit more, helps a little bit better center of gravity. And there's been a couple folks in some groups that I've seen that have been doing mullet builds, right? Where you have, a straight axle in the front, portal in the rear, so that you get a little bit less hang up, so to speak. So yeah, at least on that avenue for the 18 scale, you do have that option that you can try to do. And I do believe that these axles might be a little bit wider, if I'm not mistaken, than the Ascent 18 portal axle. So yeah, just something to think about when it comes to the 18 scale itself. For the 110 scale, obviously I don't have good news there that I'm been made aware of at this time, but I would love to see that as an option as well. Straight axles. I'm a big straight axle fan myself over portals, so I'm with you there 100%. Nelson B says his plans for this year is going to be to complete his projects. He has 6 at the moment. Wow. Okay, I see you, bro. I see you. Boosted Eco says his plans are to spend more time with the controller in his hand. I agree, right? I mean, it's great having a lot of RCs, but it's even better when you actually go out and actually able to enjoy them and have a good time with them. So I can see that for sure. Jimmy Chevy Boy Cruz says, man, she caught me with 9 of them. Dude, I see you, bro. I see you. The shop, Mini RC, man, guys, please make sure you guys go check out the shop, Mini RC. Make sure we give him some love. He says he just hit 25,000 subs and help people feel comfortable tearing into their RC. So I appreciate what you're doing out there, man. Keep up the great work, man. I love that. Congratulations on 25K. Let's see. Trump 2024 says his goal is going to be to get a 64 Dixon and finish his Enjoy a Jeep Cherokee pre-runner. Hey, I like that idea. That's the way to do it. Mile High RC, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Marshall Sanchez, his goal is going to be to elevate his building skills. I'm at a point in life where I don't think I'm a great builder, but I feel like I've accomplished a lot of cool stuff building, especially in the hard body scene and the crawler scene. I would love to be able to expand on that myself a little bit more. So I'm with you there, Marshall, man. Let's do it together. Let's go. Dwayne Clark says his goal this year is to find a 55 lead sled for his LRH 285 Gold chassis. Dude, if you find one, let me know, bro. I'm with you there. I would love to see that as well. Alfonso Ishida, man, what's going on with you, man? Hey, if you guys don't know Alfonso, man, he has some fire cars, and he does really good job at taking photos of his cars. He really active in the RC Lowrider, Redcat Lowrider group. And I love his builds. A lot of great, awesome builds, a lot of great attention to detail. And he knows how to position that camera to take good photos. So Alfonso, man, thank you so much for all you're doing. What was going to say, influencing or inspiring others to do the same. So thank you for what you're doing out there, bro. Okay, Kendrick says his resolution is to build a drift track and an outdoor drift track. Okay, I see. That's a good plan, bro. White Knight JT says his goal is to keep up with his sponsorships. I agree. It's silly season. Do you guys know what silly season is in the RC world? You're going to notice that a lot of folks that you follow that are in the RC scene are going to start posting up that they're going to continue on with brand X and brand Z, and they're going to still be sponsored and representing this company and that company. It's silly season for a reason. It's sponsorship season. I myself am sponsored by a couple of different brands. A lot of people don't know this because I tend to focus on what I do here with what we offer, but I support a lot of folks in different various groups with set products as well. But yeah, it's silly season, so you're going to see a lot of people posting a lot of their re-signing up for a new season with the companies that they represent. Fred Williams says he's going to build build more in one-offs like no one like no one has ever seen. Hey, Fred, congratulations on that, bro. Get it, bro. Hell yeah. Um, let's see. Tom says exactly like Honda Talon, Pioneer, Can-Ams, Kawasaki's. I think it'd be great in a 110 scale. A lot of options for us to use, trail drivers to murder the climbers. I see you, bro. Okay. Great comment. Thank you so much for that. Skunks Custom says 2025 goal is to drop 15 new products from the COE to the Lolos. Okay, Skunks. Keep an eye out for Skunks Hobbies. Make sure you guys are following him on Facebook as well. Check out his website. He's going to have looks like he's going to be offering a lot of goodies. He already offers a lot of great stuff from shocks to hardware kits. I've actually featured some of his stuff on our lives as well. And he's local here to Arizona. So keep up the great work, Robert. Dave, Gina says his New Year's resolution is to get his hands on that lowrider truck with a dancing bed. And that's going to be the plan this year, is to drop that mini truck this year. Our goal is to have it out by middle of the year, by June. So definitely look into that. We might start seeing some more content finally being released on that in the next coming weeks and maybe a month or two. So I look forward to that as well. Let's see, Alfonso, have you guys ever thought about using all Monte Carlo rear ends since we're having to swap them out to run skirts? No. At the end of the day, parts sell, right? I mean, if the car comes in the stock fashion, then that's the way it's going to come. But I can venture to say like something like the 59 or something probably could benefit, right, from a little bit narrower rear end to run the skirts that come with it. I would personally love for us to offer skirts with a lot of our cars and make that an option. That would be a cool addition to have. I would love to see that. And this is not coming from me working at Redcat, from me just being a hobbyist, an enthusiast of the hobby. Michelangelo says his goal is to reach more than 10 RC cars this year. Wow. Okay. Get it, bro. You're going big. You're going hard. Wallet's going to love and hate you at the same time. Let's see. Tom, did I miss your other posts? Or was I just late to it? Hopefully I was just late to it. Wayno Fly says, can you guys offer a battery version of the Rampage? We offered, I think, the monster truck in an electric version at some point. I don't know if there's any plans to spend more time with that platform on redoing it, but I would love to see it. And I hope that maybe your comment would spark some interest to be able to do something with that. So thank you so much for that. Ricky Weeble. Show me the bear where the taco touched you. Oh, man. Taco touched me right here. Oh, man. Let's see here. D. Wayne Clark says, I got a question for y'all. I need some painting on my Riviera and the COE build. My painting skills are not that good. I'm not going to lie to you, Dwayne. My painting skills aren't that good either. I mean, I can get by, but I mean, not compared to some of the stuff these guys are doing out here, right? I would love to see some of the bigger painter guys do more tutorials on how to do paint work, especially for those guys that are out there. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that can get you through the basics from your regular prep work to paint, taping, and so on. So there's a lot of stuff out there that I'm sure could help you at least with the basics. Like I had to do watching a lot of those videos, at least to do a lot of basic paint jobs that I like to do. I do some cheating as well sometimes where I use a Cricut to cut out stencils for designs, because more designs that you do takes up more real estate and so on. So, I mean, that's kind of something you can do as well. But I think when it comes to like the lowrider scene where you have a lot of tape work, a lot of patterns, like these guys are just amazing. I could not keep up. The Louis, the Louis Alcalas, the Seth Carranzas, the Jeff Lozanos, the Mijo, I forget his name. A lot of guys out there, a lot of great guys, and I don't want to miss anyone, but there's a lot of great painters. My mind is just blank at the moment. Chris Andrade, he says, we need a 1970 Impala Custom. That would be an awesome addition. I agree, man. That'd be awesome. Sick, sick, sick. Chris Andrade says, En Las Calles, Custom RC in the house. See y'all March 8th at the Phoenix Super Show. Should be a good show. Absolutely, man. If you guys are anywhere in town, make sure you guys check that out. I'm going to try and get you guys a flyer so we can start sharing that here as well. So let's go for it. Ricky Weeble says he's sponsored by his Visa. Don't lie, bro. I know you're an American Express Black Card owner. You're so humble. You get double rewards points too. Just saying. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Let's see. I'm going to try and skip ahead here so I can get caught up. I do apologize. I don't want to miss anyone on purpose. All right. ACSI Hobbies. No, we do not offer any desert buggies except for the fifth scale one, and that's a two-stroke, if I'm not mistaken. All right, guys. So there you guys have it. You know, a lot of stuff happening that we're working on right now in the works. It's going to be quite a busy first half of the year. I actually had a pretty big meeting yesterday looking at what I have in store for myself from where I stand as far as doing photography and doing videos, because that's what I've been catering to a lot more. So that's they've kind of shifted a lot of my positioning here from being here on live with you guys to being able to do a lot more content creation, bringing in some more folks and third-party companies helping us out with moderation, because it's been getting just insane with the amount of influx that we've been seeing, especially over the holidays. But the goal is to try and keep this train moving, keep you guys hopefully enjoying the hobby and being the company that hopefully for a lot of you guys was a gateway entrance into the hobby as a whole with our price point and our products. We couldn't have done what we did the last couple of years and as a whole the last century without all of the support of all of you amazing folks out there. No matter how small of an RC car you bought or how big of one, each and every single one of you guys has been amazing in supporting us. We look forward to what 2025 is going to hold and have in store for you guys. And we hope that you guys are going to share in the excitement with the products that we're going to offer here in the near future. Time will tell if you guys are going to love every single one of them. And of course, like always, we're not going to be able to make every single person happy, because there's always those people that are going to be like, well, I wish they wouldn't do this. I wish they would finally do that or this and that. But take a look at last year. A lot of folks were upset that we didn't drop any new lowriders, and then we were able to drop something at the end of the year that really hopefully made a lot of folks happy. Our goal always is to expand, and listening to you guys is really key and crucial to us. Like always, if you have any problems with your products, we had a pretty big sale. A lot of products are leaving this warehouse. A lot of orders are shipping out daily right now. The guys are working hard to try and get everything out of the warehouse and into your hands. But if at any given point you guys have any problems and or have a need for questions, remember that we are open Mountain Standard Time, I believe 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Our support team is here Monday through Friday to help answer any questions. If you send any messages after 3:30 p.m. on a Friday, please know you're not going to get any response until we come back Monday, maybe even Tuesday morning, depending on how many messages we got. We try to be really quick with our responses. We do have an automated system that when you send send a message in, we'll try and get some basic information for you automatically. And then obviously when we come in, we'll try to answer any questions that we can and or help support you in any way, shape, or form. It's not a perfect system by any means, especially when you have a large amount of customers that we deal with on a daily basis, but we do our best to offer you guys the best customer support experience that we possibly can. We hope to see you guys enjoy, indulge, and grow this hobby this next coming year. No matter what it is that your goal is, we hope that you're able to accomplish it, and we hope that we can be just a little bit of a part of it. Till next week, I hope to see you guys here. Same time, same ugly face. And we hope to have another good time with you guys. You guys stay blessed, stay safe, keep the rubber side down, and make sure you guys keep those lipos stored in a safe place. Don't keep them in a place where you can cause a fire, because it happens. YouTube it. Just saying. You guys stay safe. Peace.